Hello, party people. Let's just forget that part one of the 600 basketball cards. Let's forget that video ever existed. I'm not gonna delete it though because I want the views that are still on it, even though it's a small number of views. So yes, I opened 600 basketball cards. I don't know how many packs that is, but they weren't in packs. I just, I ordered 600 basketball cards. They're all random, relatively random. I got somewhat lucky. I haven't gone through them all yet. I have to put on pause, but I'll get to that. It goes from like 1990 to the 93s, what I've seen so far. And I decided that going over all the no names, these athletes who just weren't that talented, and we're just gonna go through the ones that I put in the sleeve and then hard cased. I'll show you this box right now that it came in. So as you can see, there's about half of the box done. So that's about 300 cards I went through. There's a good variety of the publishers. The cards are questionable. I did get some duplicates, some more duplicates as well, but that was bound to happen, especially if it's only 1990 to 93. So I'm hoping I'll hit part of that Jordan era if you find something. At least maybe when it wasn't a champion, I'm not sure, but when any time is good for Jordan. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go through what I have so far. Just the hard case one's the one that could be worth something, so I get a return on my investment. So we're gonna hold that for there. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with 9 pocket sheets, but those are just sheets in plastic that are basically pockets that hold cards, and I put all the shitty ones in there because all the good ones are in cases. I ran out of 9 pocket sheets. It slipped my mind that would happen. I still have plenty of sleeves, the plastic sleeves that are clear, and I am missing a lot of hard cases, so I'm gonna order like maybe a 360 pack of hard cases, because you gotta figure, like, obviously there's not 300 cards that are all good left in the all white box, but we're gonna go through all the ones that I got so far in the first 300 that are worth looking at. Alright, I think I have enough of the starting Chicago Bulls and the starting New York Knicks to have all the starters, members on the bench as well. I could probably do a matchup if I really want to. Okay, speaking of that, we got Charles Oakley, who was ejected from a New York Knicks game by the owner named Dolan. Mark Jackson, when he was a player, not when he was a coach. I'm not sure what he's up to these days. Patrick Ewing. This has got to be worth something now. Yeah, I won't bore you guys with the stats, but we got Mookie Blaylock. Who names their kid Mookie, right? I think I mentioned that in another video. James Worthy. So this was kind of interesting to me that I happened to get this. Michael Thompson, excuse me, Klay Thompson's father. I did not know that until recently. Byron Scott, who later became coach in Los Angeles Lakers. Vlade Divac, who was on the Lakers for some time, and then I think after he retired, he plays a role in the Sacramento Kings, but I'm not sure what. I'm not sure if he's part owner or not. That left Shrimp, I find this guy a lot. He was back on the Pacers when Reggie Miller was. Speaking of Reggie Miller, this is back when he had hair. And of course, he was on the Pacers. Here's Hakeem Elijah one. The only player that Michael Jordan admitted to be afraid of or feared. Rick Smits, also on the Pacers. I had a lot of Pacers as well. Manute Bol, not Bol, but I guess this is like his father or something. I don't know. But he was on the Warriors of all teams. Now we're getting interesting. Isaiah Thomas from the Bad Boys Detroit Pistons era. And don't forget that Dennis Rodman was there. Probably the greatest rebounder of all time. He had a nose for the ball. Also on Detroit Pistons, Bill Laimbeer, who is now a coach in the WNBA. Joe Dumars, excuse me, when he was also on the Pistons. Larry Nance, as you may know, there's a basketball player, I assume his son, named Larry Nance Jr. He's alright. I think he's riding away on the Cavaliers right now. Steve Kerr, when he was a player, and not on the Bulls, he was on the Cavaliers. Interesting. Speaking of the Bulls, we've got Scottie Pippen there. We've got randomly Moses Malone. I don't know how we picked that up, but we picked that up. We've got John Stockton from the All-Star team. I don't know, that's like an addition of the card or something. We got another Dennis Rodman. Different card design, of course. And Derek Coleman, who I have a bunch of in the past. Got Karl Malone, who was a good basketball player, but had a really bad part of his career that was personal reasons. Will Perdue and Chicago Bulls. Again, we could just make the entire Bulls lineup right now. Speaking of that, BJ Armstrong, the point guard for the Bulls. I'm not sure if he was point guard for the longest time or what. And also on the Lakers, but here's him on the Celtics, Rick Fox. And I believe he is married to a supermodel. Chicago Bulls, Luke Longley. A lot of people don't remember this player because, like, some people argue who's the worst player on the Bulls in their heyday. But he was a role player. Get out of there. Mookie Blaylock, again, on the Hawks. I don't know why I put this in a hard case. I thought it was funny. George Mirajan, one of the tallest centers at the time. I got Tom Gugliotta. I mean, I'm pretty sure he made the All-Star team at least once, maybe. Jeff Hornacek. We can make the Utah Jazz team now, too. The Seattle Supersonics we can make with Detlef Schrempf. I guess, wasn't he on the Pacers at some point? I thought he was. So this person became a analyst as well as they are very active in the NBA community. Dennis Scott, when he was a player. John Starks from the New York Knicks, he's there too. Doc Rivers, when he was a player, became a coach. Charles Oakley, again, a little bit better picture of him. New York Knicks right here, Anthony Mason. How many members of the bench do we have? Here is a Robert Parrish, a Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin McHale, who later, I believe he's a coach now as well. Tim Hardaway from the Golden State Warriors. David Robinson, the Admiral. Mark Jackson, Sean Kemp. So I did get Phil Jackson, which I'm kind of interested in. I think I went through most of these earlier. Yeah, I think I did. So that was the first. These are the good cards out of the 300 I've looked at so far. Like I said, we're gonna have to wait for those 9 pocket sheets as well as the hard cases, the top loading cases. Well, if you watched this far, you either are a fan of basketball like me, or you just had nothing better to do. Which the only thing I'll say about my hobbies is this: gambling is a hell of a drug. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves and each other.